Ever wondered what your dog is trying to tell you? Perhaps they're just wanting to order some dog treats online. Welcome to the mysterious world of canine communication, where your furry friend speaks volumes with just a single bark. Today, we're going to shed light on 10 silent ways your communicates with you. From the wagging of their tail to the flicker in their eyes and even the tilt of their head, each gesture is a word in your dog's secret language. Ready to decipher your dog's secret language? Let's jump right. First off, the tail. It tells a tale. You might think that when your dog wags its tail, it's just a sign of joy. But hold on a second, there's more to it. You see, the tail is a dog's emotional barometer. It's an eloquent orator of their feelings. A high, stiff wag can mean tension or aggression, while a loose, low wag often shows relaxation or submission. The speed of the wag is important too. Rapid movements might indicate excitement or uncertainty, while slow, deliberate tail sways can be a sign of calm contentment. And let's not forget the direction. A wag more to the right suggests positive emotions, whereas a wag to the left can hint at negative feelings. So the next time you see your dog's tail wagging, remember it's not just about happiness. It's an entire language, a silent conversation between you and your furry friend. So pay attention and you'll discover a whole new way to connect. Next up, those puppy dog eyes. Have you ever noticed how your pooch looks at you with those big round eyes? That's not just to melt your heart, it's a form of communication. Dogs are incredibly expressive with their eyes and they use them to tell us a lot. When your dog gives you a long, soft gaze, they're creating a bonding experience. It's their way of showing love and trust. On the other hand, a hard stare with narrow pupils can indicate aggression or fear. Always approach such a dog with caution. But what about when they look away? That's not them being rude, it's a sign of submission or discomfort. It's their way of saying, hey, I'm not a threat. And those puppy dog eyes staring at your plate, that's not just hunger, that's a clever canine tactic to get you to share. So a stare might not always be a challenge, it could just be a plea for your leftover dinner. Now let's turn our attention to those floppy or perky ears. Just like human expressions, a dog's ear movements can tell us a whole lot about what's going on in their furry heads. If the ears are standing straight up, they're alert and interested in something. If they're pulled back against the head, it could mean that your dog is feeling friendly or, on the flip side, a bit nervous. Now, have you ever seen your dog's ears twitching in different directions? This could mean they're trying to pick up more information about the world around them. Ears that are held low and flat against the head, it's a sign of fear or submission. It's also important to note that ear positions can vary based on breed. But no matter the size or shape, those ears are sending signals loud and clear. So those ears are not just for hearing, they're for speaking too. Ever noticed your dog's paws in action? Well, they're not just for digging up your favorite flower bed or padding around the house. Dogs use their paws as a significant part of their communication toolkit. So what are these furballs trying to tell us? Well, if your dog is pawing at you, it's often a plea for your attention. They might want a belly rub, a treat, or just some good old-fashioned playtime. It's their way of gently nudging you into action. On the other hand, if they're pawing at an object, they're likely expressing curiosity or indicating a desire to play with it. It's their version of pointing and saying, look at this, isn't it fascinating? And what about when dogs hold their paw up in the air? This could be a sign of anticipation or uncertainty, like they're saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? Remember, a paw on your knee might just be your dog's way of saying, I need some attention here. It's not all about parts, the whole body speaks volumes too. Just like us humans, dogs use their bodies to express a gamut of emotions and intentions. They're like furry, four-legged mimes communicating without uttering a single bark. Let's take a closer look. Ever seen your dog go stiff as a board? That's usually a hint that they're feeling uncomfortable or threatened. It's their way of saying back off. On the flip side, a relaxed body with a wagging tail and playful jumps signals a happy, contented pooch. Then there's the classic play bow. Front legs stretched out, hindquarters in the air. It's easy to assume this always means let's play, but did you know it can also be a peace offering? That's right, your dog could be saying, I mean no harm, let's be friends. So a playful bow doesn't always mean playtime. It could be your dog's way of saying, I come in peace. Let's not forget the nose, it knows. Indeed, a dog's nose is a fascinating tool for communication and health assessment. It's like a canine superpower, processing a world of smells we can only imagine. When your dog's nose is wet and cool, it's usually a sign of good health. But did you know that a dry nose isn't necessarily a cause for alarm? It might just mean your dog is relaxed, warm, or just woke up from a nap. A dog's nose can also be an emotional barometer. For example, dogs often lick their noses when they're feeling anxious or stressed. This is because the action helps to soothe them and also enhances their sense of smell, providing more information about their surroundings. So, the next time you notice your dog's nose, pay attention to what it's telling you. It's a subtle but powerful way our dogs communicate with us. Next time your dog's nose is dry, don't panic. It might just be a sign of relaxation. A bark is not always a bark, sometimes it's unspoken. Now, you might be scratching your head wondering, how can a bark be silent? Well, in the complex world of canine communication, dogs often convey messages through huffs or silent barks. Imagine your dog sitting quietly by your side suddenly huffs out a breath. This isn't just a random canine sigh or a sign of boredom. It's your dog trying to communicate something to you, perhaps a low-key attempt to get your attention or express mild frustration. If the huff is accompanied by a focused gaze or directed at a specific object, it might be your fur friend subtly pointing out something of interest. "Look, there's a squirrel on our lawn," or "My water bowl's empty, buddy." Remember, your dog's silent bark is not meant to be disruptive. It's a polite nudge, a gentle way to say something without causing a ruckus. So a silent bark might be your dog's way of saying, "Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but..." Last but not least, the lick of love. It's a simple gesture, yet it conveys so much. When your dog gives you a gentle lick, it's like they're speaking directly to your heart. But what are they really saying? The lick of love is more than just a sweet kiss. It's a form of canine communication that's as complex as it is endearing. Sometimes it's an expression of pure love, an intimate bonding gesture that says, "You're my pack, and I've got your back." Other times it's a sign of submission, a way of saying, "I respect your authority and I trust you." But let's not forget about those times when your furry friend is just trying to get a taste of that delicious snack you're eating. Yes, dogs will be dogs, and their curiosity often gets the better of them, so a lick is not always a kiss, but it's always a sign of affection. So, there you have it, the silent symphony of canine communication. It's a complex orchestra of tail wags, meaningful gazes, ear positions, paw gestures, body postures, sniffing habits, and even the subtle nuances of barking and licking. These are the 10 silent ways your dog communicates with you every day, each one a unique note in the melody of their emotions, desires, and needs. Understanding these signs is not just about being a responsible pet owner, it's about deepening our bond with these extraordinary creatures. It's about appreciating their intelligence, their sensitivity, their capacity for love and loyalty. So the next time you find your dog gazing at you, wagging its tail, or even just sniffing around, remember, they're not just being dogs. They're speaking to you in a language as old as time itself, a language of love, trust, and companionship. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with other dog lovers. Remember, every dog has a story, if only we have the ears to listen.